Today's Kate Bush's birthday. Let's talk about Kate Bush. Catherine Bush was born on this day, July 30th in 1958 in Bexleyheath, Kent, England. She grew up in a creative household. Her dad was a doctor who played piano. Her mom was a dancer, and her brothers were into music and film. By the time she was a teenager, she was already writing hundreds of songs on the family piano. At just 16, she got the attention of Pink Floyd's David Gilmour, who heard her demo tapes through a mutual friend. Gilmour helped fund a proper studio demo and brought it to EMI, who signed her before she even graduated school. In 1978, at just 19 years old, she released Wuthering Heights, inspired by the Emily Bronte novel. It was unlike anything else on the charts. It was a swirling literary theatrical track that shot straight to #1 in the UK, making her the first female artist to reach #1 with a self-written song. Her debut album, The Kick Inside, followed that same year, and Kate Bush became an instant icon. Not just for the music, but for her originality, movement, and control over her image. She even fought EMI to release Wuthering Heights as the first single. They wanted something safer. She won. She followed it with Lionheart later that year, then Never Forever in 1980, which gave her another UK #1 with Babushka. She was becoming known for pushing pop into strange, beautiful places, mixing rock, classical, folk, and avant-garde influences into something that was entirely her own. In 1982, she released The Dreaming, her most experimental album yet. It confused critics at the time, but has since become a cult classic. Then in 1985 came the masterpiece, Hounds of Love. It was a huge commercial and critical success, blending art pop and storytelling with such an emotional core. Running Up That Hill became her biggest US hit at the time. She was not about chasing hits, she was about building worlds. The Sensual World in 1989 and The Red Shoes in 1993 followed, keeping the flame of her artistic independence burning bright. She largely disappeared from the public eye in the 90s and early 2000s, taking time to raise her son and live privately. But in 2005, she returned with Ariel. And again, in 2011 with 50 Words for Snow. In 2014, she stunned fans by returning to the stage for a legendary 22-night residency in London, the Before the Dawn concerts. It was her first live performance in 35 years and it sold out instantly. Then in 2022, something incredible happened. Thanks to Stranger Things, Running Up That Hill was introduced to a new generation and climbed all the way to #3 in the US, giving Kate Bush her first top 5 American hit, almost 40 years after it came out. Kate Bush cannot just be seen as simply just a musician. She's an innovator, a storyteller, and one of the most influential artists of the last 50 years. Everyone from Tori Amos and Bjork and Fiona Apple to Outkast have cited her as a huge influence, and she did it all on her own terms. An absolute living icon. Happy birthday, Kate Bush.
If only could, I'd make a deal.